Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Psychic TV Australia. It is Saturday, the 10th of September, 8 p.m. Goodness gracious, it's the 10th of September. Can you believe it? My name is Harry T, and this is a special Saturday night edition of the show. As most of you know, we are on live every Thursday and every Saturday night. And normally we do a show which I host, and we have two guest psychics that come on and do complimentary readings for the viewers. And of course, you know, we've got the psychics available all the time on the phone lines, which you can find at psychictvaustralia.com. But what we're doing is once a month, we're doing a special show where we have one guest psychic on, where we sort of spend more time with them and get to know them a little bit more. And we tend to really like that. So I'd love you guys to ask questions about our guest and also the process of psychic abilities, mediumship, or whatever, because everyone has different sort of takes on it, and everyone is different, and no one has a monopoly on, I suppose, what is the gospel truth, because everyone is different. But I think it's fascinating to get those different insights from people. So tonight we've chosen Lesley for our first special guest. I really like her, and I know you all adore her too. So let me know if you're watching. Hey, Tammy. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Beck. Hi, Lesley. Oh, Lesley. Speak of Lesley, we've got a Lesley on tonight who's a terrific medium. Hi, Cherie. Hi, Sonia. Hey, Teresa. You went to the MBS. Oh, fantastic. And you met people in Brisbane. Amazing. I still can't believe they do one in Brisbane. I'm so glad. They never used to. Michelle loves Lesley. Pammy says hi. Brooke says good evening. So yes, hi Delhi from Florida in the US. It's your morning there. It's our evening here. So we're going to bring on Lesley and we're going to chat to her. And I would love you to please like this video and share this video. And in addition to liking and sharing, feel free to leave your questions if you've liked and shared. Cherie, let people know how to do it, just in case they don't. So like and share this video. Let me just go to the live and make sure I can see us. I can. Okay, perfect. So the website is psychictvaustralia.com, like I said. The phone numbers in Australia, 02-907-10199. In the US, 1914-373-7280. In Canada, which is hilarious, but we do have a Canadian number, 17788-071-426. And the mobile number worldwide from any nation is +61 488 25177. And the psychics who are logged in right now, we've got Kat, who is my friend, who I've known, my gosh, longer than I'd like to admit. She's available on pin 9803. She was on with me on Thursday. And we've got Natalie Norton Baker, who is on pin 9810. And both of them get very busy as well. So please like this video and share this video. And once you've liked and shared it, leave a comment saying you've liked and shared it. And if you'd like to ask a question of Lesley, you're more than welcome to, as long as you've liked and shared it. And also ask questions about her. I'll ask her some things as well. All right, let's bring her on, and we will go from there. I'm excited. Hi, Lesley. Oh, hold on.
Hi, sorry, I had that on. Trying to hide the dog. I was trying to.
What were you hiding?
Bob was driving me nuts, so I had to try and put him outdoor. And I just quickly texted my daughter, "Get him out of my office."
Oh, is he out? Is he out? Awesome, amazing.
My lap. He's like blind as a bat, and he wants to sit on my lap every 2 seconds. So
well, you've got that gorgeous cat. That's the cat's
he's headbutting me all day as well. It's like full moon, seriously.
So Lesley, for those of you who may have missed the other week, Lesley was on. Lesley has this gorgeous Russian blue cat. Russian blue, yeah?
Blue Russian, yeah. She's
beautiful.
Yeah.
And she normally joins Lesley on the desk or wherever she is. And and it's always wonderful. So this is Lesley Spaliviero. So Lesley, tell people a little bit more about you. And I want to ask you some questions as well.
Okay.
And I think people, get there. I think people are on. There's actually another Lesley on watching.
Yeah,
All right, Lesley, so tell us.
Lesley's
Yeah,
struggling.
there's another Lesley. How funny. All right, so tell
Yeah.
us a little bit more about you, Lesley, and then I want to ask you some questions, and then we'll pull some reading questions for you as well, and we'll sort of have fun.
Okay. Well, I'm an international psychic medium. I relay messages from spirit straight through. I don't have I've got nothing on my desk. It's just me and my pen and a bit of paper. I don't have no cards, nothing. I wouldn't even know how to use them. I'm hopeless at that stuff. So I do remote viewing, so I see everything on my right. So left brain hemisphere is the conscious mind, and right brain hemisphere is the subconscious mind. So that's the part where I lower my vibration and I jump to the other side. So people have told me that my eyes go black. It freaks me out a bit. So when I read. And so yeah, I see everything in remote viewing. So it's just the same as when you come out of the shower and the shower is a little bit misty. It's like, like that mist. You can't quite tell the colors. You can't quite tell sometimes like a light color or a dark color. It might be just a black, a dark blue, or a dark gray, and it throws me a bit sometimes. But other than that, I'm pretty good. The numbers I get as well. So numbers, names, suburbs. The spirit stands right next to me in transparent, like the Star Wars. Like when the Star Wars the guy's transparent. That's how I see them. They show me everything. They always stand on the right. So I get nothing on my left, but I get everything on my right. That's why I try not to look at the camera because it balks me, but I look to this side and then I can see everything. So, and it gives me themes as well. So that gives me themes, such as, if a person is the same as us, they'll show me shadows. They'll quickly do running past me as shadows, and then they'll point the exact same person to the left, and then they'll show me a shimmer of mist behind them. It's not a ghost, but they just show me that shimmer of mist behind. That's the same theme that I get for everybody that I pick up on that's like us. And I get car themes. I get if it's something that's happened to me in the past, they'll show me something that's happened to me, which is the same theme as what would have happened to the person that I'm reading for. So different things like that, it shows me.
Okay, amazing. Okay, great. And how long have you been doing this, Lesley?
Oh gosh. Well, I feel like I've always had it. I used to play soccer. I played 18 years of soccer, and I could read the game. I could tell everybody where the ball was going, and I never ever thought of it ever then. And I predicted, people with broken legs in a game once. I remember saying I was a sports trainer at a game once for the AFL girls, and sure as ever, I picked up one of the AFL girls and I said, I feel like there's going to be a broken leg today. And she looked at me. She goes, I hope it's not me. Sure as ever, I literally quarter time, and there was a broken leg, and I had to deal with the person with the broken leg. That was horrendous. So I'm still traumatized.
Do you know what? Actually, that's a really good point that you just brought up. I really love that about you. You have this sort of health and fitness side to you, don't you? Because you do personal training as well, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a 35-year personal trainer.
That's amazing.
I lectured at anatomy and physiology as well. So I'm a qualified trainer and assessor, qualified strength and conditioning, massage therapist. I do massage for Parramatta eels.
Wow.
I do hypnosis. I'm qualified at that. When I got sick with cancer 16 years ago, I decided to become qualified in everything that I liked.
Good for you.
Everything that fascinated me, I decided to become qualified. So.
Good for you. Well, I mean, you're an example, I suppose, of someone who is a survivor, and then you turned your life around, and then you thought, you know what, I'm going to really turn my life around, and I'm not going to let this define me, and I'm going to do the best I can. And I think that's wonderful. And I think, Lesley, that's another reason why a lot of people like you and relate to you, because you come from a very, I suppose, down to earth sort of level, don't you? Where people can, relate to you, or they can sort of understand things, because, having this ability, sometimes people can think it's, either really out there or it's like really extraordinary. But then when you come from such a human level, I think there's something very relatable about that. And I really like you, and I think everyone knows that. And people here are really liking you as well. I mean, they always do. I want to show you this comment from Michelle. She said, Lesley is absolutely amazing. I love listening to her reading. So interesting, so precise from what I've read from other viewers. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's
Yeah, that was
beautiful.
a really nice comment. I know, I just
And
saw
I
that.
want to say thank you, Harry, too, for inviting me on as a special guest. I really appreciate it. So
Of course. No, it's my pleasure.
I like to remain humble with all this stuff as well. I don't like to get a big head, about anything like this. So whatever
Yeah, well,
comes up, I just sort of take it on chin.
just
I
go
don't.
with it. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
You just go with it. And I think that's another reason why I wanted you on. And we sort of decided to do these monthly ones, and we've got other guests booked in for the rest of the months. But I think the reason I wanted you first as well is you're just very normal, and I really like that. And
Love it.
because normal in a world that's quite abnormal. But
Yeah.
so and
It's so true.
people really like you. So
Yeah,
and
thank
I like
you.
that. So you're more than welcome to like this video and share this video, guys. You're more than welcome to leave a comment with a question. Leslie's more than happy to answer.
Yeah.
And we're making this some fun. We're making this some special. Lesley, if you ever see any on the comments that you sort of want to pick up, feel free.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if you're capable of bringing it onto the screen, but if you're not, just
No,
read it
I
out to me.
can't. Yeah,
Okay,
not in.
just read it out to me and tell me what you see.
Alright.
What else? What else can I ask you that might be of interest?
I'll
Oh,
share something with you. Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
share
go.
something. No, share something. Share it.
Oh,
Share it.
so when I was sick with cancer, I saw a lot of ghosts in my room, and I thought I was going crazy.
Mm.
And it was like I'd had 4 operations in 6 months. I was very ill. I had a perforation, so I had almost died with my third one.
Oof.
And I saw like ghosts in my room. I thought I was going nuts. I kept telling nurse, get me off the medication because it was too strong. I'm going crazy. And then I started seeing more after and getting headaches and stuff like that. And the headaches were bad. I had head scans. I'd stand next to someone and I'd have I feel like my heart was I was gonna have a heart attack, and I went and have my heart checked and everything like that. Turns out that it wasn't me, it was the other persons that I was picking up on all the time. So if that's happening to other people out there, I highly recommend acknowledging it, because if there's nothing wrong with you and you've had all these checks from the doctors, if there's nothing wrong with you, then you're pretty much on the baseline of a medium or something like that. That's how it all started for me. And then I ran into one of my clients, and she said to me, you got to come to this show, which was Florence King, which is amazing, that lady. And I went there, and I was so fascinated in it all, and that's where I learned. And so
Wow.
it was just from there on. I never ever wanted to do anything public at all, and look at me now. But I thought and I said to myself, when I was sick, I had so many people try and help me and support me and keep me alive, that I had to give something back. That's why I do so many hours a week, and I have to give back what I received as my gratitude and my gratefulness for being alive. So that's why I use it to help people around the world. So I don't get paid that much. All my money goes straight back into my radio shows, or back into sending off gifts around the world for people to, as random act of.
Wow. I'm so glad that you shared that, Lesley. That's really fascinating. Look at this. Elaine or Elena, I can't pronounce. Oh, how fascinating. Oh, wow. That is so fascinating, Lesley.
Yeah,
see, this is why I thought it would be really interesting to sort of get to know you more on that level. And people are really liking that. Cherie, awesome. Cherie has written, for a reading, oh no, her dog has passed. Look, in the photo, R.I.P. Ella. Cherie, is that the dog that you were telling us about on just a few days ago? I think it is, because I can see her photo. R.I.P. Ella. Oh, Cherie. Well, I hope you can ask a question, because we love you, and I hope you're still on. For a reading, you must like and share the video. Then in one comment, here is an example. Liked and shared, will I move house soon? She's exactly right. And Cherie, I'm sending you so much love and my thoughts. Cherie's one of our regulars, and we were talking to her about her dog. When was it? I think it was this week, Thursday. And today, so she must have died yesterday. Because she was alive Thursday, I'm pretty sure. And we were talking about, how it was sad. And Cherie was like, no, I needed her home with me, and I'm going to tell her it's okay to go. So it must have happened, Cherie. So I am sending you all my love and my thoughts.
She's just put a comment here. Thank you, dear. My other dog hasn't really left my side since
Oh,
my side, she's so lost without her sister. Oh, poor thing. They
oh, so
really
the other
do.
dog,
Animals feel
they
pain
really
and
do.
feel depressed and
Oh,
stuff like
look, she wrote yesterday morning she left us. It was Friday morning. I thought
yeah,
so. I thought because Thursday night we had just
yeah.
discussed it. Do you know what's really fascinating about that? That Thursday night we were discussing it. And then
Oh,
Friday morning she goes. So Cherie, it's almost like you really gave her that space to
yeah,
allow her to go.
yeah,
And we love bombed you and we
yeah.
love bombed Ella. You know, the viewers did, we all did, we were all moved by your story. And then how amazing. And then she left the following morning. Wow, Cherie. Wow.
I know.
Um,
It's awful,
I know
isn't it?
animals are so special. They really are. And everyone's sending you love, Cherie. All right,
Yeah.
let's go with let's do a reading question
Okay.
for you, because I know you love them and people love you asking them. Okay, this is Rav, who we love, and Rav loves you, and you've read for him before in different areas. I liked and shared. Hi, Harry. Hi, Lesley. I would love to know about my back. Join the club.
Oh,
Having a few issues, and would love to know when I might return to work. Honestly,
mm.
having back problems and he's off work at the moment. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I just feel a lot of weakness around the back there. Lots of so I'll have to put my PT hat on as well. Lots of glute medius, glute minimus muscles that are actually non-existent in your body. So look up those muscles. They're very important. They're the ones that actually stabilize your hips and make you stabilize. And also get the number 16 around you. So 1 and 67, and I've got the month of July as well. So what does the number 16, 7, or July mean to you? And I also feel like that this has debilitated you for some time. I know you've just said you're off work, but the strength that you need in your back is they're showing me hip rotation forward. So when your hips are rotated forward, your back takes the whole load. And when you don't have any stability there, it's like you're walking like this, and you're supposed to be walking with the stable hips, but you're actually walking and the hips are all over the place because there's no strength there. So you need to go to physio, 100,000% physio for you. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Lesley. Um, Amy, congratulations. I'm just reading a comment from Amy. I know who she is. She's from the UK. Congratulations. That's such great news. I'm sending you so much love.
Thank you.
I did a reading for her, and
Oh, beautiful.
something's happened. Yeah, that Amy, I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. Great news. I love good news. Do you know what we
Yeah.
had in my apartment? We had Lesley, oh my gosh, we had brown water coming out of the taps because
Yeah.
apparently there was a main near us that was burst or something, and sediment came in. And
Oh,
all of my neighbors were like, "We've got brown water." I'm like, so do I. The tap, the bathroom, and then I started getting paranoid, brushing my teeth and washing my face and stuff. I thought, "Oh my
yeah. I
gosh,
don't blame you.
is
Yeah.
this bad?" And then I started to think, "Oh no, what am I doing? Am I going to get sick again?" But
Yeah.
apparently, touch wood, sediment shouldn't make you sick.
Yeah, but
Apparently.
do you think that's what's been making you sick, or like those other times as well?
Well, I was thinking that, but no, because this just happened. I think I've just got that long COVID stuff that's been
Yeah.
bothering me because I still need to get more tests done. But I need
There's
to.
the You can get MMS as well. That's fantastic.
What's MMS?
I'll educate you after.
I've never even heard of MMS. Oh my god,
It's
amazing.
it's
Um,
best for everything.
okay, amazing. Look what Rav said. Thank you, Lesley. I appreciate it. Yes to the physio. Amazing.
I
All
love
right, let's go with Lesley. What's one of your favorite readings you've ever done?
Well, I was at a live show, well, I was actually with Florence and Linda, and this was going back ages ago. This is one of our very first shows, and we finished the whole live performance and everything like that. And after the show, we're just talking to everybody. And I had this lady by the name of Maria Brinkat. She walked up to me with her daughter, and she said, "Oh," that the daughter said, "Oh, I said, "Oh, can I help you?" Because they wanted to talk to me, and all of a sudden they said, "Oh, we've lost the hairbrush." And I said, "Sorry." And she said, "We've lost the hairbrush, my grandmother's hairbrush." And then I just saw 5, and I said, what does the number 5 mean to you?" And they said, "Oh, that's a 5th generation hairbrush." And I said, "All right." And I said, "Okay, you want to find it?" And they said, "Yes." And so I said, "Give me your ring," because the Maria's ring. And I said, I grabbed the ring off her and I pulled through energy straight away. And then I saw myself looking under the bed with this little tiny little blondie little cutie pie girl on the right. And then I saw Maria and her daughter next to me looking under the bed as well. And it was actually, I could see, I'm pointing there under the bed, and I showed them where this was in the venue, mind you, and I showed them where the brush was. It was stuck in the corner of the actual legs of the bed. And I said, this is where it is. She said, no, we've looked. I said, you haven't looked hard enough. I'm telling you, it's right there. I can see it. I'm describing the whole room to her. And sure as ever, I said, when you get home, you're going to message me and you're going to tell me. So it's on my Facebook page. Is a whole thing of a validation of her sitting on the end of the bed, crying for half an hour after, because she couldn't believe that the brush was there, you know. So
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So for those of you who aren't familiar, Lesley has a radio show called Psychics on, hold on, you should say that. Psychics on Air.
Radio, Angels on Air, yes.
That's it, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. And yes. She does that on radio, and I think it streams on her Facebook page as well.
Yeah,
and she does all that complimentary as well, which is amazing. All right, you've got a question here from Rose. Rose has said, I've liked and shared. Thank you, Rose. Will I sell my property soon and buy the small house I have had my eye on?
I just got October for you, and I feel like October is a better time to sell. Okay, I don't feel like it's the right time now. Also, they're showing me when you sell a property, they're showing me that you should put like the scent in there, because I could smell like the cake. So they always tell because real estate's part of one of my hobbies. Ooh. So I love real estate, so I've always researched that as well. So put a cake in the oven 20 minutes, you know, so that it has that beautiful aroma, and get rid of all the cluster in the house, as well as don't have any emotion in the property, which means don't have any of your family photos up. You need to make it as contemporary as possible for the next family to come along and go, you know what, this fits me, because there's no emotions in the house. So I feel like that's going to be around October / into November. I also get 15 and 17 around you. So 1 and 5 is 6, and 1 and 7 is 8. So you got August next year as well as the June. So August next year is going to be very busy for you. And I also feel like June is a significant birthdays, anniversaries, milestone time for you as well. So what do those numbers mean?
Amazing. Thank you, Lesley. Thank you, Rose. I want to give you what this person has said. Wendy said, we love our Lesley Spaliviero.
Harvey is my spirit writer. She's beautiful. She didn't even know she was a spirit writer until I told her.
Oh, amazing. And then Tammy has written, oh my God, the hairbrush, you're a gem, Lesley. Which is awesome.
Yeah, that hairbrush, that freaked me out. There's a couple of good things. I've got a few good readings that I've done.
Michael DeMarco has said, love you and your work, Lesley, which is lovely.
Thank you. Appreciate
people really do. And then Kamsoy, I think her name's Charmaine. Lesley's the best. Lesley's
thank you.
Best. Yeah, I do. And then I want to show you this person from Florida. Yes, I love Lesley.
Yeah, Jelly, she's on my page all the time.
Yeah, Jelly. Yeah. She's nice. All right, awesome. All right, let's give you another reading question. I'm liking this sort of getting to know you more and getting people to hear more about you. I'm pretty sure my brown water is clear now. I don't think it lasts forever, but anyway. I have a habit of thinking out loud.
I'm going to send you some MMS.
And I need what was the other thing you said? Quercetin?
Yeah, quercetin, zinc, and vitamin D3, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, quercetin. I remembered quercetin. I'm like, I need to get onto that quercetin because my immune is. Anyway, all right. Teresa's one of our regulars. She loves you as well. Okay, let's go with another reading question for you. You read so differently to people, and I really like that.
I think because I have no choice. I don't have any cards to choose from.
Do you know what? I'll tell you something. With cards, I actually created a deck of cards. These are my cards that I created. I mean, you can see I clearly use them a lot. I mean, look at my own, like I use them, right? And you know what? I always show people, like, you know, when you use something when it's, can you see the creases? I'm making some creases. You know, when you use something a lot, when you can see all the creases and stuff. So the box is like, there's broken. I've damn it. My book is so well read that my
own book. A new set there, Harry.
I know, because it's like it's all falling apart because I use them so much. I was like you before I made my own deck, because I created these based on my readings and based on the chakra system. I never really related to decks either, like cards
Yeah,
either. I
yeah.
never needed them. But I found that these really helped people tap into their own gifts. And
Of course,
yeah,
yeah.
so I think they trigger off their own intuition and own psychic
Yeah,
abilities.
I always say
Definitely.
that, like, I don't encourage it for myself, especially
Yeah.
someone for myself, because I feel like it'll limit me.
Uh-huh.
I say to my spirit, before I go on any shows, I always put boundaries around my spirit. Don't give me nothing before the show because I'm too busy setting
Good.
up. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, I want everything at 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock or whatever, and nothing after. Just leave me alone after. That's how I
Yeah,
work
good.
with my spirit. So
So that's how you open up, basically. And I think that's a good example because everyone has a different process of opening up, I suppose, and closing down. And we all have a
yeah,
different process. I think that's really good. There are some psychics and mediums out there, and this might be controversial to say, but I mean, it's the truth. I don't care what it's true.
yeah,
The ones that sort of can't switch it off, or they say they walk down the street and it's constantly, but I don't
yeah.
know how that's possible,
Me too. I just
or
feel
I,
like they're out of control.
Eh,
They're out of control.
or it's just I don't know the stability of that person because
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
it's just true. I mean, it's not possible to happen
100%.
like that. And if it
100%.
does, then I really question because there are some TV shows out there, and I mean, forgive me. Well, actually, I'm not sorry about saying this because it's true.
Yeah.
If you enjoy those shows, that's fine, but it's not reality. Like when
100%.
you watch
I
those
totally
shows and
agree.
there are psychics and mediums that are walking down the street going, "I'm getting a message," or they go up to someone on the street. Oh,
No,
I'm giving you a read. I mean, really?
I
It
know,
doesn't
I know
happen like
you're
that.
like me. You call it how it is. I call it
It's the
how it is.
truth.
If it's
Yeah.
BS, it's BS. If it's not, it's not. And if someone's there fishing, and this is why I did all these things to prove to people a real psychic medium, because I was sick to death of people getting ripped off. I had one client of mine, she got ripped off by a detective, all these
Mhm.
fancy words, psychic mediums in the world.
Mhm.
A
Mhm.
detective psychic medium that ripped her off for 2 sentences in an email, $300. That killed me. I said, that is disgusting. That is just highway robbery.
Or two
So that's what
sentences.
2 sentences in an email. I swear to God. I swear to God on my life. I swear to God on my daughter. Everything. That's what happened to her. I did not
Wow.
like that. So I said, no, that's it. So I
I
really
think I
don't. I
think
really disrespect the people out there that
yeah.
actually take advantage of the vulnerable, and then they
Right.
fluff it up and they BS.
Yeah,
They
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
BS everything. They BS everything so that it makes themselves look like they've got an ego. That kills me. So
Right,
I'm
right.
very
Yeah, no, I agree.
like,
Amy said that she loves my honesty, and I think that's another thing, Lesley. What I like about you, I appreciate about you, that you are honest and you do say what you feel. And I think the spiritual industry. I mean, I've been in it for a long time, and I've literally gone all over the world with what I do. And
yeah, it's
I think,
beautiful.
I think from what I've experienced is it's not necessarily the most spiritual, and I think sometimes people don't realize that. So I really like to sort of break down like you, the facade,
Yeah,
of,
100%.
because really there is a facade. And
Yeah,
I think, just because you've got this ability, no matter how strong or not strong, it doesn't mean that we're different. We are all really the same. And
yeah,
and
and
I
yeah.
like that about you too. I like that about you
Yeah,
too.
100%. It
Um,
it irritates me to no end that, they fluff it up. They call themselves evidential psychic mediums. They call
mhm,
themselves life things. I just go, hang on a second. A psychic is a past, present, and future, and a medium is talking to the past loved ones.
right,
You can't fluff that up anymore. It's that
right. There is
basic.
difference.
Why why
Exactly.
why fluff it up when it's that basic? Because you want to make yourself something that you're not. Then you stuff up the reading anyway. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
validations and you're fishing for stuff. Don't fish for stuff,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah. I agree. I agree, and I think that's such a good point because there are some people. Look, I mean, it's just true, and I think because of the popularity. I mean, before, Lesley and everyone watching. When I started doing this, I was talking to my friend Kate the other day, and we were
Yeah,
talking about social media. There's TikTok and there's Instagram and there's Facebook, and let's be honest, we're all on them because you've got to be these days. But when I started this, there was none of that, right? There was none of that.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
started this very young, and I was doing all the festivals and the appearances. I was young, and I
yeah,
was out there. I was doing television. I was doing radio. And I think that's something about my career. I've had longevity. I've actually been consistent in
Exactly.
my work. I haven't
Yeah.
sort of been, I didn't go famous and then disappear. I sort of have constantly been around.
Yeah.
There are so many people who have sort of all of a sudden during
Mm.
COVID, this has happened a lot.
Yep.
They used to follow me actually, and they used to be, I suppose, fans of my work. And some of
Mm.
them were even atheists. Actually,
Yeah.
I hope Kate is watching. She'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then all
Yeah.
of a sudden, they sort of start doing dancing videos, or they start doing some video. And then they think, oh, we can mix this with our psychic gift.
Oh
And
my
then they
God.
blow up. And then
I
they
know.
end up going on all these shows saying, oh, look how many followers I have. And oh, how long have you been doing it? Oh, I've done it for about 6 months. But
Yeah.
you know,
I know.
you know, and that's
I
sort of a
know.
thing. Whereas
Yeah.
people like us, I mean, we literally were out there
Build it.
before any social media existed,
I know.
and I think that's another reason. A lot of people do things like this for fame, and that's you've got to be careful with that. And I think that's another reason why I like you, because you're just real, and
Yeah.
you show that, you
Well,
show who you are.
you hit the nail on the head before, Harry, when you
Mhm.
said, if they're not all there in the head, you can't
Right.
you can't suffer with anxiety or depression or be a drug addict and do this kind of stuff. You just can't
True.
do it. If you're
True.
smoking the pot, if you're smoking or doping or whatever you're doing, it's not the right realm for what the spirit side wants. I can't stress that enough.
Yep.
So I've
Yep.
seen
I
a lot
agree.
of that are a drug that has drug affected in the industry, and I
Mm.
don't like it. So it's and then also you mentioned as well, going back to the downloading and stuff like that, people have 24-hour
Oh
downloading
my
or whatever
gosh.
they call it. I can't stand the word downloading for a start, and I can't stand how people play around and tell people that they've got ghosts in their house, that you need to have the ghost rescuers come out and whatever else may be. I just go, hang on a second. It's a spirit. It's not a ghost. It's not like, yes, okay, it's not a pet. You shouldn't have it there, but don't be fooled and pay $500 or $300 for some spirit whisperer or ghost
Yeah.
whisperer to come and remove something
Totally.
you can do yourself.
Oh my gosh, you've hit the nail on the head, Lesley. That reminds me, a friend of mine sent me a video of someone who was saging someone's business or home. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
And this person has really not been doing this work for very long at all.
yeah,
But they've become popular on social media just because they're clever with marketing, and they're clever with, I don't
100%.
know, whatever they do. I don't really know what they do, but whatever they
Yeah,
do.
I've
And
never stayed.
Right, but the thing is, Sage works, but the thing is,
Mm,
you don't need someone else to do it for you. Like, you
exactly
can do
right.
it yourself. So,
Yeah,
and that's why I think, if you want to sage an environment, I'm all for that, but
yeah,
don't pay someone hundreds of dollars to come to do it for you,
exactly.
because they're not more special to you. So
Exactly right.
you might as well do it yourself. I mean, the only difference is they're holding it instead of you. You know?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
You're paying for
So
someone's hand to hold the thing.
totally, totally.
Exactly.
And then when
I
I
know.
saw this video that my friend sent me, I thought, "Are you kidding me?" And they're posting, and I thought, "Well, there's a perfect example." They're using their social media to say, "Look at how great I am. I'm saging other people's home or
Like,
businesses." I'm
I
thinking,
know, like the Statue of Liberty. I know. Tell me about it. It's
as
just
someone who is apparently a psychic or a medium, I don't know if that's really a good thing to showcase.
yeah.
I think you can teach people to do it yourself. You don't need to run
I
around like
ex
Roadrunner doing it. Yeah.
kills me. It kills me. The BS out there has got to stop. It's got to stop, and people have got to become authentic. Take the ego out of it and become authentic, and pull back the reins and stop fishing for information. It's
Well,
that
that was a
clear.
reason. I think that was a reason also on the Today Show. I can't remember when I did this, but there was a segment I did where I taught the viewers how to cleanse their own home
Yeah,
and their
beautiful.
own energy,
Yeah.
because I was over it as well. I was
Mhm.
overseeing the whole, everyone, they've been psychic for 10 minutes and they're going into people's homes, cleansing
Yeah,
things. And then I said to the producers, you know what, let's do a segment how I can show people how to do this stuff for
yeah,
themselves. And
yeah.
people loved that because they thought, you know what, they can buy sage or incense or whatever
Exactly.
they want
Fine, 10
for
bucks.
for,
That
for
that's
not
it.
even $10, right? And they can do it themselves, and then it
Exactly.
shows them, don't give your power away.
Yeah.
Like, don't give your
Yeah.
power away.
Do
And
you do you believe in the chakras and all that stuff as well? Do you
look,
believe
I
in all
do. I do
Yeah.
believe in the chakras.
Mm,
That I do believe in the chakras in terms of the energy centers.
mm.
I think chakras, they do exist in terms of your energy, right? So we've got the 7 main ones. I think sometimes people can
They're overrated sometimes,
outstretch
don't you
it.
think?
I
Yeah.
think they can outstretch it, and they talk about, oh, your chakra's out of balance, your chakra's out of balance. I think chakras is very similar to what's already in you, right? So you've got them. So,
Yeah.
so sometimes people say, oh, you've got to open or close them, but that doesn't make sense because
Yeah.
if the chakras are all within us all the time, which I know they are, that's
Yeah.
like saying shut your nose or
Yeah. Don't
shut your
breathe.
mouth. You know,
Yeah.
don't breathe.
Yeah.
It's your energy. So I think sometimes
Exactly.
people can overdo it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's fluffy
yeah,
feathers. Yeah.
totally. And I think sometimes people use things like that to sort of, I don't know
Fluff
why,
it's
to
not.
fluff
I
it up
know.
maybe. Yeah,
Get it.
fluff it up a little
I'm
bit. Yeah.
I'm a very factual, very evidential person. Evidence is the main key for any psychic medium. If the medium is asking you guys out there that are listening or watching this, if they're asking you 10 questions and watching your response, I never look at my private reading clients. I look to
Mm,
my right to where spirit is, and I write and I write and I don't even look at the camera. I don't want reaction from them.
mhm,
I want to know what's going on this side because then I get more information than actually me looking at the person. We don't even see Harry. We don't even see the people that we read on like now. We don't
That's
even
true.
see them. We
That's
only get
true.
a name. I can't even see the face because seriously, the face is so small on my iPad. I'm blind as a I'm totally blind. I'm like one of those blind
I get
rabbits
it. I
in
get
the
it.
yeah, I'm so blind, and I all we get is a question and a name. You know, that's what I go by, and
And it
spirit will
triggers.
draw us to it. You know, so if
It
people get
triggers.
offended too, if we don't get read them, but spirit is pulling us towards the people that actually
Mm.
need it the most at that time. You
Totally.
know,
I just
you
want
know,
to say to someone, definitely no, chakras are definitely real. You can definitely get them cleansed and stuff. They definitely exist, and they
yeah,
actually come from the Hindu. It's a Sanskrit word, so it's
yeah.
not even actually an English word.
I've got,
Yeah,
yeah.
the color exactly the colors. Yeah, and I use the chakras in my cards. But you know what, Lesley? Something actually I'm grateful that you asked about the chakras. I use them a little bit differently to how some people do. I use them, for example, um, I have a chart about them in the book,
Oh,
and
that's good.
I use them on the lessons that they represent in our life. For example, the root chakra is related to the material, physical world. The
Yeah,
sacral chakra is related to desires. The
yeah.
solar plexus is related to our
That's
personality.
good.
So
That's
does that
good.
make sense? So I
Yeah,
use them in a different
cool.
way, not
Yeah.
as fluffy, I suppose.
Fluffy,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I know what you mean, it's perfect. You're very straightforward, I like it.
Very.
And, if you weren't like that, I don't know if I would have been able to go on the show, so I really
Oh, well,
appreciate
that's good
you
to know. That's good
coming
to
on
know.
the
Yeah, I'm definitely a straight shooter, and I
show. Me
don't make
too.
any apologies because it's one of those things where just because you're a nice person doesn't mean you need to be. Because there's a lot of people these days that just sort of agree with everything, or they don't actually voice their own opinion because they just want people to like them. I'm very
Yeah,
different to that. I actually have
yeah,
enough friends. I don't,
yeah.
so I'm one of those people, if you're not going to, if I say my name is Harry, my name is Harry. I'm not going to say my name
Yeah,
is Fred. It's,
that looks like a friend.
yeah, you know what I
I was
mean?
gonna say, I had a little tune for us tonight. I had, "Come Watch Harry and Me, We Will Be to a T" or something I had.
Oh, I love that. No pun
I had it in the
intended.
bathroom, but it was really
I
funny how
love that. Oh, Lesley, you're hilarious. Okay, let's give you another reading question.
okay,
It's interesting because you were talking about themes before. Look
yeah,
at this. Here's another home question from Sarah Patton or
okay.
Patton. Liked and shared. Can you see me purchasing my first home soon? Please and thank you. Well, I'm crossing fingers. What do you
Well,
reckon?
I feel like that January, February next year is going to be massive changes for you around the property. I do see. They just said rent, and I just see a big backflip in the property. Okay, so January, February next year, definitely. And also, What's number 10 to you, or 1 October? So 10, the number 1 October or January. So they're bringing me back to January. Definitely January then.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's
January and
great.
October. So I feel
That'd be
like the
great.
October this year is going to be a big change. It's got lots of changes. So you've got to get all your ducks in a row too. I feel like that there's baggage in the background. You're fishing into the past. You need to stop right there. This is where people go wrong with everything, with everything. They've got to stop in the middle right now and go, you know what? I'm in automatic mode. I need to kick myself up the butt and go forward and get into first, second, or third gear for the next 3 to 4 months, because everything's going to change around January. I feel like a lot of things are going to change around January. So everyone just sits there putting along like in automatic mode, but they've got to get out of that. They've got to push themselves out. It's like that. I got to put my PT hat on and give them a little slight, what do you call it, online kick up the butt.
Yeah.
But get out of that and then move into the future. Like prepare yourself. Go where do I want to be in 3 months' time? I want to be in my home. So set yourself up. Go watch The Secret. 100% The Secret
Oh yes, you
works.
talk about The Secret. You talk about that. Oh well, you know what? Let's manifest that my water's not going to be brown. We need to manifest that. Oh my gosh, Lesley, we're talking about themes. Look at this. Caroline liked and shared. Lesley, please do you see me selling my? Are you kidding? Selling my house and
100%
downsizing. Will I be
100%.
lucky to get a good price? Thank you.
Yes, 100% I do. Same scenario as what I said with the last lady, exactly the same scenario. If you want to sell any property, you need to make the properties always relevant to the person that's coming through. You have to take emotion out of your property. You have to make sure that your property is set up with like a beautiful vase of flowers on the table. It's set up contemporary. It doesn't have any wacky colors in there, or the rainbow colors in there. It's got to be contemporary to the modern day thing. You need to like fix up. I feel like you need to fix up a few things. Like we call it tarting up. So like tarting up the house is doing a bit of small renovations like painting. Paint does a miracle. You can actually add 10 grand to your property just with painting your house.
Wow.
It's that crazy. Putting the cake in the oven 20 minutes beforehand, because they only have like a 15-minute opening. By the time it's finished, the cake is cooked. And then they get that aroma of that thing because it feeds the belly. They start to have that scent. Anything with a scent for the mind plays anything. You can go into any shop. If they've got a scent in there, you will come out with something that you didn't even want to buy. That's how it works.
I love that. That was
100%.
great.
You want to something, you put a scent with it. It has to be a pleasant scent. It can't be like I can't stand incense myself. I would prefer to have lavender oil or an oil or something like that, like a lemon oil or something like that, beautifully burning.
Do you know, it's so interesting that you say that. I agree about the smell and about the scents and all that. It's very well known. I had COVID a few months ago and I'm still having problems with it. Do you know, Lesley, and I mean, I'm being honest with everyone. Do you know my smell still, I hardly can smell? So I hardly can smell.
Okay, can I tell you? Remember how I said to Jane to tell you about getting the zinc and everything? So the zinc and the quercetin, vitamin D. So anybody that cannot smell or taste or has receding hair, anything like that is a zinc deficiency. 100% zinc deficiency.
Because when I caught COVID, I never realized how much scent came into life really until then. I lost it completely for about 2 months, right? And it came back slightly. I know someone who ruined my couch with their fake tan, and the smell. Don't even get me started. And the smell was horrendous, and it's still horrendous. And occasionally, oh my gosh, so do I. And occasionally I'll sit down and I'll have a whiff of it, and I think, oh my gosh, it's still around. And then I can tell my scent is there, but then it disappears again. And then the other day, I what was it? Eucalyptus. You know, eucalyptus is a strong smell, right? Vicks. I'm sniffing. I couldn't smell it to save my life.
No,
so I'm thinking, but I've never had a problem until I got COVID. So I got COVID, and then it just took over my body.
You would have got COVID because you were zinc deficient, because it doesn't just happen overnight.
Yeah, no, it killed it. Yeah. So believe me, if you have a smell, appreciate it because you'll never know what it's like until you really lose it.
So I know a lot about zinc because when I had the cancer and they took out that part of my stomach, I had 16 staples in my stomach, and that section of the stomach can't absorb minerals. So I have to top up my minerals all the time. And part of my deficiency was zinc because I had no smell, no
Wow.
taste. And then when I did the taste test for the zinc, I said to the naturopath, I said, oh my God, I think I can drink this like lolly water. It tastes like lolly water. She goes, oh my God, you're so zinc deficient because normally if you're normally got a high or your zinc is up, your zinc will, the zinc drink will taste like metal and you want to spit it out. But I wanted to drink more. That's how she
Really?
knew I was so deficient. Yeah,
Do you know what?
100%.
Sometimes I'll have a drink and it tastes like lemon, but I'm not having anything with lemon. Is that
Yeah.
similar to what you're saying, lolly?
Yeah,
Maybe?
exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, interesting. Mate, I'm telling you, do you know, I'm so upset that I caught COVID when I caught it because I touch wood, I had never had a problem. And then ever since, my body has never recovered. And I've
Yeah,
obviously,
so
I need to do this stuff, get the supplements
yeah,
and yeah, wow. Well, there you go. Um,
100%.
Okay, let's have a look at another reading question because I'm really loving this sort of
Yeah, me
chat
too.
and it's just so much fun and people are loving it. Can we give Cherie a reading because her dog just
Mhm.
died? All right,
Oh,
Cherie. And by the way, now I can see your photo, Cherie. You're definitely much younger than I accidentally thought. I can't remember how old I said was she turning. Now I can see her clearly. Loved and shared anything about my son Dylan's future as he's about to graduate year 12. Oh, that's exciting or anything from loved ones in spirit would be amazing. Thank you for all the love for my baby girl, Ella. Mwah.
oh, yes.
Beautiful.
It's really cute.
She's lovely.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I feel a bit sick in the stomach around her as well. So I feel really sick in the stomach. I feel like there's someone on the overseeing like an elderly lady that's passed and she has issues with the stomach as well. But I just want to go back into the sun. So I feel like that your son is going to do well at school. Now, this guy's got his head screwed on. Even though he's quiet sometimes doesn't mean like he's got issues. It's just that he's quiet. That's his personality. That's his temperament, they're saying to me. But I do feel like that he's I don't know why, but he's methodical like an architect. That's how I see it. So he's got the brain of an architect. If he applies himself, he will get anything that he wants. He's that clever to do that. Anytime that he sets his mind to something, he definitely can do a backflip and do it. But then again, he can also fall back into the realms of just sitting there on the couch, just watching and playing PlayStation forever. But so he needs that gentle push. And I'd also like to say too, when he's pouting or when he's in his one of his little moods, grab the socks out of the drawer. This is the best thing I ever taught my PT clients was to get the socks out of the drawer and have a sock fight. It changes the state of the whole house, and it's the funniest thing ever. So I highly
Really?
recommend it. Yep, 100%. Try
I
it. It's
love that. You know what?
the
I was having a
funniest
sock
thing
fight.
ever.
I was having a sock fight with myself before, not realizing because it was in the dryer, stuck in the dryer, and I was like, "Get out! Get out!" So I was pulling the sock out, and then my friend made me paranoid. She's like, "You did washing and you had brown water." I thought, "Oh my gosh, I didn't think of that. I didn't even think of that." So then I started to think, "Oh no! Not only did I probably wash all my stuff in brown water, not realizing." And then
Oh,
I
that's
was like
funny.
yanking the sock out. So that was hilarious. But yeah,
Can
I
I
have
can
to
I
say,
suggest something for you too?
of course.
Filtered water is amazing. So you
Mm.
just get one of those little filtered things attached to your sink and just use that.
You know what?
Um,
I really should do that. Oh
mm,
my gosh, you know what? And then when I had this sock fight, I messaged Kate and I said, she goes, "You really shouldn't have done your washing when you had brown water." And I honestly didn't think of that because obviously I can't see the water in the machine, so I didn't think.
I know.
And then I said to her, "Well, that's fine. I dried it. Doesn't the dryer kill everything?" And then I put everything back in the dryer and did another dry because I thought just in case I'm gonna zap everything.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fun.
what is it with the washing machine? You always come out with like you put one pair of socks in there, you come out with one less. I don't understand.
Weird,
I don't
weird.
understand. It's like the sock monsters. I swear to God.
It's so strange. You know how many socks I've lost? But I'm
Yeah,
thinking, where are they? And then I had a moment the other day thinking, do they somehow go behind the machine? But then I was like, but hold on, but they can't jump out of the baskets
yeah,
and
I know.
fall. Like it doesn't
I don't
happen
know
like
where
that.
the hell did they go?
Oh,
Far, right?
funny. Hey, Lesley, look at this beautiful comment from Vanessa. She said, watching you both is like an antidepressant for me because I've
Oh,
been suffering a lot with, oh, thank you, lovely radiating people. That's really, you know what? It shows how energy can be infectious.
I know,
And
100%. I
doesn't
always
it?
say kids are contagious, 100%.
It is. And And really, it's like people who sort of lift you up, they're good people to be around. People who sort of bring you
100%.
down, opposite.
Yeah,
Opposite.
we've got to learn to get away from the toxic people, no matter who it is, what it is,
Yeah,
where it is,
yeah.
because
But
they drain your soul, they
but
drain.
Leslie, it's even family members, it's friends that you've
That's what
had
I'm
for
saying. It doesn't
ages.
matter
It
who
doesn't
it
matter
is.
who.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's really,
It's
you need to if
100%.
someone is not good for you, they're not good for you.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
don't ever feel like you have to stay in a situation that is not
Yeah,
healthy for you, because
yeah,
trust me, you've got this life to live, and you don't want to look back,
yeah. Life is
in
not a rehearsal, I learned. It's
in
a
years
rehearsal.
time, and say, what a shame. You're right.
Yeah,
It's you've got one life
it's
to live,
a
so
rehearsal.
don't yeah, don't.
And like an ex is an ex for a reason. I get a lot of questions, oh, should I take my ex back? Should I go back to my ex and blah blah blah. They're an ex for a reason. Spirit does things in amazing ways. It will constantly put obstacles in your path if you disrespect spirit, because it's going, oh my God, they're not listening to me this time. I'm going to make it harder. I'm going to make it harder. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I'm going to make it harder. And each time you disrespect spirit and don't take it on board, or you might not even know that spirit's doing that. However, you are creating things that are making it worse for yourself. So you've got to
Mm,
pull back the reins and go, you know what? Do I deserve this? Am I worth this, or am I worth more? Once you start realizing what your worth is, you will have a better life. It's that
mm.
simple.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Look at what
Really
this
that
girl
simple.
said. Helen, a smile is infectious, so shine bright, it cheers people up. I love that.
Beautiful,
So true.
beautiful.
Do you know sometimes just smiling at someone can change their whole day?
100%.
Yeah.
I had a young man that was on a train once, and I was going to the city, and he was sitting there. He was a little bit. I feel like he might have had a little bit of autism or something like that. Anyway, he was really upset because his brother had beaten him up before he got on the train, and
Oh.
I said a few words to him. I don't even know what I said to him, and he go, and I said, oh, no, I said to him, what does your brother do? And he said, oh, he's just sitting at home doing nothing. And I said, well, where are you off to? Are you off to work like this? And he said, yes. And I said, well, let's look at it this way. I said, you're much better than your brother, because you're the one that's going to work, and he's the one sitting at home being lazy and doing nothing, not getting anywhere in his life. But you're the one out doing the work, even though he's just beating you up. I said, so you put your head up high and keep going. And you know what? He looked at me and he goes, oh my God, no one's ever said that to me. It was like a new thing for him. But isn't that true?
Mm.
Do you
It
know what
is
I mean?
true. It is true. And it's interesting because sometimes people will forget what you say, but they won't forget how you make them feel. I think there was Maya
Yeah, that's
Angelou said that, something like
mhm,
that. It's so true.
yeah,
There are so many great comments on here. I want to show. Let's do a reading one. Let's do a reading one, and then
yeah.
I'll pick another great one. Let's do a Karen. Hi, Karen. I liked and shared. Oh, beautiful love hearts. I am in touch with someone, and he's a fair bit younger. Okay, date of birth 1st of May. He's living in Europe. Oh, is he going to be my soulmate? This
No,
sounds like it could be a long distance sort of the chatting
yeah,
thing. What do you
yeah.
think?
No. Lovey, no, I don't believe that at all, not for 1 second. I feel like this guy is only what he's doing, he's filling the void in your life, that emotional void in your life. And I feel like that he doesn't care if he hurts you or not. Okay. So I feel like there's an emotional void with you, and you love you're enjoying the attention of that interaction. That's all it is. It's just interaction and attention. I don't feel like this is a long-term thing. And I feel like it's not going to, it'll last because he's over there and you like that interaction thing. But I do not feel like he's your soulmate at all.
Oh,
Mm,
wow.
Not,
There you
not even
go.
1%. Not even 1%.
Okay, there you go, Karen. It's the truth of it. But you know what? Maybe it's good that you had this sort of feeling to open you up to it again. Sometimes
Yeah,
that happens, doesn't it?
yeah,
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 yeah.
true.
Feedback from Cherie. Feedback, thank you so much. Harry, you said I was turning 60. I didn't say you were turning 60. I thought it was your 60th birthday because you went to a 60th birthday party. So so I didn't say you turned 60. I said, did you? Because you said you went to a 60th party, and I mixed up your birthday, and because she had 3 birthdays in 1 week or something. Oh my God, that's definitely him. So her son. He will
Yeah,
move heaps, but then for a day or two, he will just be lazy and lay around. we used to throw the dogs on the bed or hit him with pillows. And both of
Oh,
my nan, oh, there you go.
yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
the
and then, and then,
Falcons for the
and then
stomach.
there you go. And then you were picking up the stomach. Amazing. And
Yeah.
Karen said, "Thank you. Wow."
Yeah, thank
Wow,
you.
there you go. Thank you.
But Karen, rest assured, just enjoy the moment because you
Yeah.
only live once, you know. And if he's making you feel better, then you go for it with what you feel. But just always have that doubt in your mind that he's not the long-term player. Okay, he's a player,
Exactly.
but he's not the long-term one.
That's a good one. That's a good way to say it. Someone said, "I'm loving this. It's like a chat show and reading show. Either way, it's great entertainment." I'm so grateful. Thank you, Alison Turner. I know, you know what? It's good because we do this show twice a week now, right? And I host both.
Yeah.
And you know, it's always reading, and it becomes very repetitive, and it becomes very. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest, right? Let's be honest.
You've got to lift it up. You've got to lift the shows up.
You need to mix it. And look, I come from television background, Mike. I work in television, right? So I know how TV works. So when it comes to so much repetition, it gets a bit of a snooze fest.
Exactly.
You know, and sometimes people will write things and then they'll say things. And then I remember once someone wrote a question. I can't even say it was a question. And I just said, really, like, and then they said, "Oh, how could you start?" I'm like, really? Like, so you need to lift it up. Look at this, for example, the girl who I'm enjoying this show tonight. Tracy, I love this so much.
Yeah.
And look, Vanessa. Sorry, what did you say, Harry? Did you say read? Exactly. And it's the truth because it's Sorry. But, Lesley, if you watch a TV show or a series, right? Like I have some series that I watch on Netflix and stuff. Man, if you watch the same thing every week,
you can't eat chicken every day. That's how I say.
Mate, I would be seriously, it'd be a lullaby. Yeah. So you need to. So it's the truth. So I'm so grateful to the producers for letting me do this because I only have so much pull on this show. I don't have that much, but Cherie wrote. Tonight is like what you and Florence used to do, your monthly shows. I'm really loving it. I'm looking forward to so many more. You're actually spot on, Cherie. It is very similar to that because we like doing those shows and we thought, you know what, it breaks it up. And I know we've got several guests lined up for the next few months because we've already booked out to the end of the year. But Lesley, you're definitely going to do this again in the new year for sure.
Thank you.
Because obviously we gel.
When, Harry, I'm happy to do anything. I love working with you.
Whenever you can. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much.
Well, Harry, the thing is that I think the thing that people forget with you is that you did the hard yards way before TikTok come out, way before Instagram was out, and that's where people need to show the respect there because 100%. You did the hard, you did all the crawling, the walking, the baby steps, everything by yourself without that social media influence. And I'm not trying
You're
to
100%.
But that is how it is, like that's what you did. And everyone else is out, like the ones that are out there, the fakes out there, I should say, out there fluffing TikTok and ripping people off. That's not right, So this is where people have got to draw the line and get the validations and get that evidence and that validation and the facts. And once those people start understanding that, they'll realize they've been getting ripped off by all the fake mediums out there, So
thank you for saying that because you are right because people like myself and I can say this because it's a fact. I was out there. I was doing television appearances on mainstream TV when this was not popular. This was not cool to do, and I was out there being scrutinized. And
you were putting your neck on the line, Harry.
I put my neck on the line.
Because you knew you were the real thing. If you weren't the real thing, you would not put your neck on the line. That's the same 100%. For my life. It's exactly the same thing. I put my neck on the line, vulnerable to anybody, because I know that I have a spirit, and you have spirit to protect you as well.
Totally. And I felt like it was really important to get the message out there when I started doing this. And then now what's happened with social media, it's sort of really diluted it. 100%. And I was shocked. When there were these, I'm not going to name them, but there were a couple of people who they followed me, right? And they actually, and I'm not going to name them because there's no point in giving them any form of breath, but they would stop me on the street and ask me for photos, okay? and they would come to appearances that I would appear at just to see me and meet me. There was nothing psychic about them whatsoever, right? So then all of a sudden they felt like during coronavirus, they began sort of being very controversial in their views.
Yeah.
And if my friend is watching this, they're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And then their followers on social media grew, right? Grew massively.
Yeah.
So then what they thought is, okay, I've got this following. What should I do with it? What should I do with it? But what do I do with it? So then they all of a sudden started thinking, well, psychics are popular now. Let's be psychic.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I could not believe it, you know. And I thought to myself, wow, you know, it just shows how the respect sort of went out the window. Because, you know, this work, like you always talk about it coming from a respectful point of view. I mean, you know, look, I believe in God. I'm very, you know, I'm very big on God for me. And I think, you know, just as God has given us certain gifts, he can also take it away.
100%.
So, you know, so there are these people.
I like to remain humble. If you're not humble, if you're a psychic medium and you're not humble, you will, that word blockage, I hate the word blockage, but that's what you will get, because spirit will teach you a lesson. A lesson was only had a few months ago with someone, a lady. Anyway, she predicted for a friend of hers that the baby was going to be a girl. It came out as a boy, and she was extremely embarrassed. If you're an up and coming psychic medium, don't be afraid of being wrong, because and you have to trust everything you get from spirit, because the message will be very faint or very in your face. So that's how I see it with me, you know. So, and even like everything, we could go on forever, but you know, the people out there that are doing the wrong thing and pretending to be a real psychic medium, fishing for information, that's got to stop. It's got to stop, guys, because you're hurting people out there and you're hurting vulnerable people and taking their money. So stop what you're doing. Okay?
You've got to be authentic.
Bad name.
Be authentic. Just be authentic. And you know what? This goes for any industry or anything you do in life. Be yourself. Be yourself. Because I think when you're not yourself, it's very suffocating. And it can only last a certain amount of time. And I think that's another reason why I think personally why people like you, Lesley, because they can see that. And I think also why I did very well in my career, because people, the camera doesn't lie. You know, certain people can get away with things for a certain amount of time,
100%.
but there's no longevity in it. You know, there's only so many selfies with people from reality shows that someone can do, because that's all very transient. It expires. The truth of who you are, it doesn't expire. So 100%. That will always show. And
on my shows, when I had other mediums on my shows, you could see the difference. No offense to them, but you could see what happened in the background. You know, the camera doesn't lie. You know, it's just it's plain as day. And you can't be on drugs. You can't have alcohol in your system. You can't be doing anything like that. You need to have a clear mind when you're doing this stuff and be stable in the mind.
Look at what Wendy said. Just be you. I love that comment. It's so refreshing. You are good enough. What a beautiful comment, Wendy.
Always
Wendy, what a beautiful comment to write. And thank you for sharing that with us. By the way, we're going over time tonight just because it's a special show and I love hanging out. Are you okay? Are you okay with that? Do you mind?
I love it. It goes so quick. I love it.
All right, amazing.
I can talk underwater.
Oh, amazing. Because obviously the show, I kind of looked at the time to say, oh my gosh, we're already over time. But I'm really enjoying it. And it is a special show. So I will go a little bit over, not too much over because I want to eat something, to be honest. But we'll go a little bit more over because I'm really enjoying it personally, and I'm a bit of a loner, so I don't really hang out with people. So this is sort of like,
I'm a bit of like friends only than Facebook.
I know, right? So Cherie said 100%. This is why I love watching both you guys. And Florence, you are also down to earth and tell it how it is. Beautiful how you guys connect to us viewers. Cherie, that's really beautiful. Because it is true, because these are the people, you are the people who make it, right?
Yeah,
and I'm very big on that, because it's not about popularity, it's about doing service. And like you were saying, Lesley, you give a lot of your time complimentary on all your radio shows.
8 hours a week. 8 hours a week.
8 hours a week. You know, you do a lot.
Tonight is my 252nd live show.
Amazing. Amazing.
More,
Amazing.
more because I didn't count the other ones. Probably about 260 live shows on Facebook.
Amazing. And you can see that you're very poised and you're very, you know, down to earth, and I love that.
Yes.
People in a way, you know, there are people out there who do it for the wrong reasons, but you know, at least you're doing it out of, you know, the right reasons. And it's like Florence, who I do adore. You know, she's been doing it for a long time as well, and you know, you can always tell. You can always tell. You know, I love her.
Yeah, she's amazing. Very gifted lady.
Yeah, I've known her for a long time, so it's nice. So it's good for people to see that. All right, let's do another reading question. Gosh, speak of the devil. Callie said this reminds me of how you and Florence did their shows once a month. Everyone's saying that's amazing. Okay, let's go with Michelle. Liked and shared. Hello, everyone. My question is, I'm in a real rut with life. Can you please give me some direction? Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, hi, Michelle. Thanks for your question. Michelle, I do get a lot of anxiety around you, and I feel like the anxiety is worrying about the future because there's nothing to worry about though. This is the thing, you know, it's like it hasn't happened yet. The past has happened. You cannot change the past. So a little words of wisdom for you is enjoy your moment. You're not enjoying your moment when you're here right now. So you're always thinking about something that's going to take place, that's going to be a disaster, or something that's going to happen that's going to be upside down, you know, or chaotic. I don't feel like that's the right direction for you. It's time to change your mindset. It's time to start planting good seeds with the universe so that the universe can start delivering what you do want, because whatever you think is going to happen. You're always going to be right with whatever you think. If you say, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, I'll just get by till the end of the week, what happens? You just get by till the end of the week. You need to say, how can I afford this, for example, you know? So you need to start planting seeds with the universe. We have to stop the thing that causes the most anxiety and depression with people, I find in all my readings. I mean, I do probably 100 readings a week. Is people sit and fester, and I'm talking completely fester in the sewage from the past. Once you stop that and you block that out, and I hate that word block, but I have to use it tonight, block the past out, the future is endless. The future is so much more happier. Okay, so go for a walk, get your butt outside, go and get grounded, go for a walk, get the energy moving in your body so that you're not dormant in your own self. It's like you can be dormant in a house, you can be dormant on a couch, but you're dormant in your own self. So you need to move, you need to get going. The best advice I can say to anybody that's suffering with any trauma or any anxiety or depression is get moving. It raises all different hormone levels in your body, and your hormones start to play a different game in your system. So
thank you for saying that, Lesley. I feel like that's going to help a lot of people. By the way, I can't find the comment, but there was someone that wrote, I love getting to know the psychics more. Yeah, you know what? That is so true, because you've got the psychics here who are here for you. For example, we've got Kat on pin 9803, Natalie on pin 9810, Nikki on pin 9895, and Nikki also does an email reading, and the website psychictvaustralia.com. It's nice to get to know them. Yeah. You know, and I think that's another reason why I really wanted to continue doing these monthly shows. And, you know, there was obviously you were the first pick, and then I can't remember who we've got next month or the month. I actually can't remember any of the other guests yet. I can't remember, but we've booked them in. Yeah. But we will be introducing you to more of the psychics, and I think it's nice to get to know them. Not all of them will get a solo show, but you know, a lot of them will get an opportunity. And Lesley, you're definitely coming back.
Thank you.
You're definitely coming back.
Coming up soon too. So everyone should.
I think that's next. I don't actually know if that's still this year. I think it's next. I don't know. Yeah, I think there's some.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's known yet. I think that's why there hasn't been an announcement about it yet. Okay. I think it's next. I think. But anyway, we'll find out more about this. I don't want to. That's why I haven't said anything.
Anything else? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't said anything because I'm pretty sure there's a change of date. So
Yep.
I thought, it's better instead of saying something and then it says, oh, we have to change it. I think it's going to be announced when there's a definite date. All right, let's give you another reading one, and then oh my gosh, we're 10 minutes over already. I don't know how that happens. Do you think we could do? You know what? Again, there's such a theme with the homes. I think we've had more home questions than ever.
That's what I'm saying, because everybody is feeling vulnerable right now. The energy's changed in the universe, and everyone wants to sell up and move and downsize and get
Look
ahead
at
of
this. Look at this. Lisa has said, liked and shared general future reading. Home. Will we move? Business is interested in knocking down. Oh. And putting a parking lot. Anything really. So what do you reckon? Will they move?
The business is interested, is that what she means? And is in knocking down.
I think there's a business interested in knocking the house down, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, but I feel like you need to wait till around January, February. Actually, no, they're showing me that January is going to be a very busy month for you, but I feel like February, March is going to be changes around the property, because I just feel like that the industry, I'm in construction, I run a company with my boss, and we are flat chat to get staff, and we are also flat chat with regards to, machinery and everything else. But the industry, the pricing has gone through the roof. Everything is double. So be careful of that. If you want to build it, come to us. But that was a good plug.
That was a good plug. Go to Lesley. Go to Lesley.
We build luxury home now. Yeah, but I really just feel be careful with the industry. If you want to know more about it, I've got a lot of contacts in the real estate industry, buyers agents, things like that. A lot of people in the car industry as well that I know. So I've got a lot of good contacts when it comes to all that stuff. So
amazing. So follow Lesley on her pages. I'm going to wrap up the show now because I'm having a coughing fit, which is a sign, get off. Teresa, you're both amazing and funny. We love you. Vanessa said, I'm sitting here enjoying watching you both while stuffing my face with lollies. I love that. I love that, which is amazing. It's amazing. I know, that's so funny. All right, so Lesley, it has been such a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you to
everyone for having us for overtime. I'm definitely going now because I can't sustain it anymore.
I know.
But it was great, Lesley.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. My
Love
absolute pleasure.
Love you. I
adore you. So if you can log into some calls, that'd be great.
Yeah,
people call this woman. Her PIN is 9116. She is real. And she will help you, okay? So I'll speak to you soon, Lesley, whenever you're on next. People have loved it. People have loved it. All right, God bless you, Lesley. Bye, darling. Oh, bless you. Bye, darling.
Bye-bye.
I love her. She's great. It's been an amazing show. We have gone over time, but you know what? That happens sometimes when you're on a roll and you love it. So please definitely give Lesley a call. Her PIN is 9116. She's terrific. And you guys seem to just love her. So everyone is loving. What is Lesley's last name? Her last name is Spaliviero, and she has a page called Psychics on Radio, Angels on. Hold on, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. I'm pretty sure that's the right name. So definitely look into that. So I'll tell you who's on right now. So the phone numbers in Australia 02 907 10199. In the US, 19143737 In Canada, 17788071426. I don't know why we have Canada, but we do. Mobile number is +61 4888 25177. The website is psychictvaustralia.com. Kat is available on PIN 9803. Lesley, who we just had, is available on PIN 9116. Definitely give her a call. She'll be snapped up. She's great. Natalie is available on PIN 9810, and Nikki is available on PIN 9895. Call any of those 4 psychics now and enjoy your reading with them. And I will see you on Thursday night. Thank you for all the wonderful feedback. You guys have loved it. And I've loved it too. And thank you for letting me go over time. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to make a cup of tea, and I will see you. When am I next on? Thursday night. Happy weekend. Actually, I hate saying happy weekend. It's such a enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you on Thursday. Good night, everyone.